Hi, it's Saturday, and I am home. So, Chris and I met on Thursday. Um, Prior to that, he had sent me a message that he felt like he had had a bit of a clarity moment, and that realized that we're better together than when we're apart, and that the work that it would take to not just be better but be amazing was worth the energy and the effort. So it's certainly what I had proposed and put on the table, being that we've had very little struggle up to this point, that I just felt like the value was in leaning in versus leaning out. So I'm home, which is awesome and amazing. And I am also incredibly grateful for the past month in terms of what it has created for me in relationship to reflection, space, perfect timing, because I wasn't super busy with clients or courses. So I really had time to just lean into me. And so Thursday, before Chris and I met, Deb and I went to see Christopher Robin. And I just found myself, if you have ever read Benjamin Hoff's The Tao of Pooh, it was the gentle reminder of how often many of those that I think are the creators or creative in the world are being given messages to pass on to us, and given them to us in different ways that we can create new levels of understanding of concepts that are powerful and important for us as a collective. So I think scriptwriters, directors, movie producers, authors, are all people that, course creators, are all people that when they quiet themselves and open up, they get the divine and perfect message that we need to hear, and sometimes inside of metaphor in a variety of different ways. But the thing that stood out for me and reminded me of, I read the Tao of Pooh many years ago, is just the complexity and the simplicity of each of the characters, and how each of the characters represent aspects of us. So Tigger, of course, being the one who likes to bounce and play, and if I could make that Tigger sound, is that sound that we all like to make when we're light and when we're in our vibrant, energetic selves. Piglet is, of course, the worrier. So there's a part of all of us that constantly worries about mostly things that we can't control. So we get all wound up. We worry about other people. We worry about situations. We worry about events. We worry about, rarely do you ever hear Piglet worry about Piglet. Piglet's always worried about everything and everyone else. So, and then of course there's Eeyore. And Eeyore is the classic, everything is negative, everything is terrible, everything is awful. The fatalist, the weak, kind of just doesn't believe that anything good is possible or will come my way. It's when the house comes home and the house is still there, it's like, oh, well, I expected it to be blown, to be gone. And given the circumstance, yeah, we thought maybe the wind would blow it down. Oh, well, then that's why somebody else didn't come and ruin it, because we were waiting for the wind to blow it down. But the constant, everything is terrible, everything is awful. And then, of course, there's Rabbit, who likes to be clever, and finds that his worth and his value is in his cleverness, and that his part in the tribe, his part with his friends, is to always be the one trying to figure things out. And then Owl just brings, from his point of view, wisdom, which often isn't necessarily wisdom at all. It's pondering and musing and overthinking and all of those extra bits. And then Pooh, who brings a certain amount of simplicity, has a humbleness about him that allows him to accept that he may not be all that deep or that complex, but that he finds joy in the simple things like honey, and he just enjoys the profoundness of everything that's around him, just constantly in gratitude, his friends, nature, In fact, in the movie, he's sitting with Christopher Robin, who, as an adult, and sort of flashes back to a conversation they had when Christopher Robin was a child, and he asked him, what day is it today, Christopher? What day is it, Christopher Robin? And Christopher Robin says, well, it's today, Pooh. And Pooh's quiet for a second, and he goes, oh, my favorite day. So I'm happy to be home. If I had a wish for you, it would be that you begin to recognize that worry is wasted. Trying to be clever all the time is impossible. Wisdom comes with time and the application of knowledge. Bouncing all the time and attempting to Peter Pan your way through life isn't necessarily sustainable, functional, or real. And that one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is the opportunity to perceive life from the perspective and point of view of Pooh. And so have a beautiful day. I will continue to share things that I feel like may be supportive and helpful, and hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you soon.